Hi everyone, Jan Furston here from Furston House. Today I want to share with you the most wonderful time I had at our local, it's an antiques mall. And when I say mall, it's like one of those massive buildings that have lots of stalls in them. And we have one here in Huntsville, which is right next to Madison where I live. And it's called Packard's Antique Mall, and it is fabulous. And I try not to go very often because I always kind of go crazy. And today is obviously a day I went crazy, and that's okay because I had a wonderful time. And it's not something I do very often, but I just want to share with you some of the things that I've found. I've been wanting to get some more laces and vintage textiles and what have you, and I think I hit the jackpot. But anyway, let's go ahead. And I also got some books. I'm going to move some of this stuff out of the way and then show you what I've purchased and then what I hope to do with them. The easiest ones are these two. This is a little packet of buttons. These are from Bone. Yes, Bone. And they are very, very old. And I thought, oh, I have a few, but I didn't have this many, and I was running low on some of them, and I thought, oh, perfect. And I got everything at such a good price that I was like, yes. And here is a little packet of glass buttons. Again, these are vintage, not as old as the Bone, but they are made from glass. And so you'll be seeing those in some project. And as you can see, I got 2 magazines and 2 books. So let's just kind of do it this way. I love these magazines. This is the Literary Digest, and this one is dated July 10th, 1920. These are the real ones, priced 10 cents. And this one is March 30th of 1918. We were just coming out of, or about to come out of World War One, when this was published in 1918. I forget now the actual date that the First World War ended, but as you can see, there's the military picture on here. So anyway, I love the graphics. And plain, a good all wool suit may cost $5 or $10 more than a poor one. And it's just, I love the graphics and the advertisements, and I thought this was really neat. So these will be included in some journals that I make. I literally tear out the pages, and that way you get the original page and you can see them. And I think they're fun. The Jordan Broem. I'm not sure how you pronounce that one. I'll have to look it up. Some of the artwork is really neat. This car here, the Success of the Year. Isn't that neat? I'm hoping I'm enough in. Oh, these are for outing. Santa spoons for picnics. Isn't that something? Homes. Letters and art. Religion and social service. Let's see, what other categories do they have? Might have a thing up in the front. Dipping chocolates by hand. See, I knew there was a reason I got this. Science and Invention. That's what this one's named. So, and cartoons, and anyway, that's the first one that I purchased. And then here's the second one. And again, it's the Literary Digest, March 30th, 1918. Bethlehem spark plugs. Look at that old neat car. Oh. And some of these pages, for instance, depending on the type of journal that I make, I might take this back cover of that neat car and make a pocket using that. And what you want to remember is if you're using old pages, they're a little more brittle naturally than some of their younger counterparts. So you can do some things to reinforce that. The easiest thing is probably just to decoupage it. So that, that gives it a little bit more strength. A new sedan for the Hudson Super 6. Bakerized Barrington Hall coffee. Alrighty then. Look at this. Better breakfasts on your days. Oh my goodness. Oh, and current poetry. I had forgotten that, where you can, Campbell's soup, yep, still in the thick of things. A new form of high art, painting the air battles. Animals. Foreign comment, why the Germans delayed the spring offensive. So there's some very interesting articles. I'm going to read through the whole thing naturally. Oh, look at that. That is so neat. Standing back of Uncle Sam, cream of wheat. It's economical. One package will make 10 quarts of cooked food. That's so cool. So anyway, that's that one. And then this one's called The Little White House, and it's an original. Let's see, revised edition. Let's see if you can see where Stephen wrote all over his book. Goodness gracious. And when I was growing up, this one is 1957 copyright. When I was growing up, we had the books Dick and Jane. And I love those books. And I have a reproduction one, but I don't have an original. But this one is an original, and it looks along the same lines of it. And this I'm probably going to keep for myself because it's just nostalgic. And I love, you know, going back and looking at some of the things that I did as a kid. And that's called The Little White House. And here we have, it's 4 Centuries of Quilts. And, oh my goodness, these are going to make the most fabulous journal cards and pockets. I'm just going to flip through here quickly. I love quilts. I don't do any quilting myself other than crazy quilting. I enjoy crazy quilting because there's no there's no set pattern. It's all kind of whatever goes, and you know, you just have fun with it, and that's why I like it. Look at that one, how beautiful. But I'm not into really good quilting because simply I don't have the patience for it. My patience is just non-existent when it comes to that. That's crazy quilting. See, it's crazy. That's why I like it. And there's some more. And mine are even crazier looking than that, believe it or not. Some beautiful, oh, look at this. Oh my goodness. I mean, can you imagine doing all that work? Just gorgeous. So my intent is to take these original pages out of the book and back them with tea stained paper and use them as pockets or journal cards, tags, things of that nature. So yes, I'm quite thrilled, as you can imagine. Isn't it neat? I have been known to even cut out pictures like this for my dollhouse, like what would be a quilt in here. You could cut out and use, put it on the floor and use it as a rug. I've done that in my miniature dollhouse. So let me move these out of the way. I hope I'm not boring y'all. I don't remember if I've ever done any of these or not. Any of this type of thing, but I just wanted to show you what I've gotten. And well, if no one likes it, then I won't put it back up. Now some of these have damages, and that's what really makes it nice, because you're not going to use, you know, necessarily the damaged part. I'm not. What I will do, isn't that beautiful? I'm just going to cut all of this off, and then I'll cut all of this trim off, and then I've got this yummy large piece of linen, and it might have a stain here and there, but sometimes I think that actually adds to the charm. So those will go on book edges, page edges, whatever, pockets. And then this part, the what I call the background, you can cut up in strips and make snippet rolls out of. So it's very economical. And that's what I'm going to tell my husband when he looks at all this stuff that I got. Poor husbands. And here's another piece. I'm just going to go do this. Oops, that's the back side. Another piece of linen. And I will literally cut this out, and it'll be a pocket on the page, like a corner of a page. Or you could even put it on like this, like around a page, or use it as a pocket like this. It just depends. I hope I'm in, I think I'm in focus. Here we have, again, this is, it's been torn here. No big deal. I literally just cut all the way around it. And then I've got this beautiful edging that I can put on pages and what have you. This, whoops, there's my little string there. And this is 2 pieces. I don't know if these were curtain tiebacks, maybe. I don't know. But I think they're fun. There are 2 of them. Here's the other one. So maybe they were tiebacks. I don't know. But fun, fun, fun. And again, what I would do is cut out bits and pieces, or I might create a journal and use this as a tie around it. There's no telling. I usually don't know what I'm going to do until I actually end up doing it. You know, I'm going to go with the flow. Here we have this little doily, and what I will do with this one is go in and snip all these little connecting threads, if you will, and what I'll end up with are these pieces here, and that's really neat. And then of course you don't waste anything, so these pieces here, you can put those in like snippet rolls and things like that, where you're just using a tiny bit, or like clusters of papers and fibers and stuff. That's perfect for that. And here we have, isn't that sweet? This would make a nice, what I call a fabric fall. And you would just, hold on just a moment. I'm videoing. So here we have, my husband just got home from work. Unusual because he's in some training this week, so his hours are a little bit crazy. But it's nice to see him. Anyway, I would call this a fabric fall. And I would just attach it to the page here, and then you could just raise it up, or you could make it a pocket. And that's that pale blue. These are sweet, and hand done, hand stitched. I love textiles. Isn't that sweet? Now that you could put, again, as a fabric fall on a page, or you could put it on the front. Well, I guess it'd help if I'd show you the right side, huh? Duh. Or you could, you could put it on a book like so and have it like that. And there are, I think these were dresser scarves. So there's those 2 pieces. And then there's this piece here. And this one I'll probably get 3 pieces out of. I'll probably come in like this and get this. And then these 2, I think. But again, I sort of let the, not only the fabrics tell me what they want. That, if they're laying down nicely, then it's like, okay, that's what you want. If I'm fighting it, then that usually means, nope, that's not going to work. Here are 3 napkins with some lovely cut and embroidery work. And again, these would make perfect little pockets on the corners of pages, or trim on journal cards, things of that nature. And then I thought for these, the scalloped edge, literally cut that and then put that on page edges. And I thought that would look really nice. Give it a little bit of pizzazz there. And here is, again, this is, it's got stains on it and all kinds of stuff, but it doesn't matter. Look at all this beautiful lace that I now have to use in a project. I will literally come in here and cut it all off, wind it up. Most of these I will keep as is. I tend not to stain them because I figure they're, tea-dyed and all that kind of stuff. I figure they've earned the right of what they are. So they probably have enough aging that they don't need anything else. Here are sweet little, aren't these precious? And these would make sweet little pockets. Whoops, I got it upside down again. Some of this is, it's so pretty that it's just as pretty on the back almost. And those would make pockets, or you could make them into journal cards, put stitch around and have a cardstock on the back and have them as journal cards. Here we have an interesting piece. Now what I do with these, and again, I get these at extremely good prices. I don't like to pay much money for them at all. But this one's unusual in that it's used 2 different pieces, or 2 different colors of crochet. And then what I'll do is literally cut these off. So I'll have 6 pieces here and then 2 of the centerpiece. And then I'll use those for, you know, decoration, whatever. Here we have a collar. Whoops. There it is. I'll get it right in a minute. So again, that would be a pocket or a corner page decoration. Go in here and cut all of this off, and then I've got that to use as well. This was just a piece, literally, and I'll literally cut this apart and use those tiny little flower shapes. This part here can go on the edge of a page or on a journal card or anything like that. I mean, it's all, you know, whatever you want to do. Isn't this beautiful? I love this. I love this shade. And there was only one. And that's when you can usually get some fabulous prices. I think this was $1 because there is only one and not many people want just one. Here's another fabulous piece. It's tatting. Gorgeous tatting. And I've never tatted, mainly because I never wanted to get that involved with something. I probably would pull my hair out. But all of that is tatting. And I'm going to have such fun figuring out what in the world to do with it. But I will be cutting it up and doing all kinds of fun stuff. The tip is to cut where you know there's reinforcement. Here I have, oh, this is a yummy piece here. Well, if I can get it open. There's the back side. Very unusual. And the color, again, this is my favorite color. And I'll just cut these out. And then I've got 5 pieces, 4 large and this centerpiece. And these are 2 pillow shams. I'll go ahead and put the other one over there. Some really nice lace on here. So I will literally cut all of this lace off. You can see there's some staining and stuff, but big deal. And then I've got this centerpiece here that I can use. I'm not sure what for yet, but it'll tell me what it wants. And I don't care about stains. It's all, you know, these are beautiful linens, and they've earned the right to be what they are. Beautiful lace. I love this kind of lace. It's getting harder and harder to find. This was a newer piece, and this one I will probably tea stain. It's a white eyelet. I don't like bright white, and it's not an old piece either. So what I will do is come in and cut along in here and use that as trim. And then, of course, that I can use with just about anything. But that's a nice big piece. Here's another, I think this is a collar. Yes, it's a collar. Let me turn it around here. Hopefully I'm not getting y'all dizzy. And again, these edges of pages, pockets, snippet rolls, you name it. I was in there, gosh, 2.5 hours. I walked in when they opened. And isn't that lovely? And it's really nice that, you know, I can use these things because I look at it as giving them new life, because no one wears collars like that anymore. No one appreciates the finer bits of sewing and stuff. And they don't even see it. But, you know, when in the journals, it's sort of like just, you know, holding on to it. Well, I think I've messed up. I hope I haven't messed up too badly that I have to redo this. I hope. But it's a way of preserving things that other people can see. Oh, here's a beautiful piece. They're all beautiful. What can I say? And again, I'll just come in here and cut these out. Cut those out. Or it could go, like I could have a book with a pale cover, what have you, and then just have that attached to it like that. This piece is interesting because it's 2 different colors. At first I thought maybe it was just in the sun or something, but I don't think that's the case because it's too precise. It's like they had so much thread to use. There's no fading. It's just one color and one color. And the sun, I would think, would fade it differently. So what's fun about pieces like this is that there are 24 of these, and I will literally go in and snip them, and that's 24 pieces that I have to play around with. This is another beautiful, beautiful piece. There was only one of these. And I thought, oh my goodness, look at that deep, rich color. Just beautiful. It's got a few stains and everything, but who cares? And I will either... the first thing I thought of when I saw it was having it as a book cover. So you could put this over, for instance, if you had a book that was plain, not with this, but plain. And then you could put this on there like so. So, just an idea. These are it's not napkins, what is it? Placemats. And I will go in here and just cut along here, and beautiful to put on edges of pages and things. Makes me want to hurry up and start a new journal, and I'm hoping to do something soon where I can use a lot of this stuff. Now this I did splurge on. Well, I mean, even so, it still wasn't expensive. I got 12 of these. They're large napkins. This is the only one that's stained. You see they have scalloped edges and stuff. But I love the cut work in it. Just gorgeous. So this will be cut out for a variety of uses. And then the edges, I might, you know, where you've got the little curly cues here, I might put those on the edge of a page or on a journal card. And there are 12 of these. And it's so thick and heavy. It's just yummy. And well worth getting all of them, because you just don't see that very often. And almost done here. Here, there are 9 of these. Just the sweetest little napkin. Napkins? I'd hate to have to think that was a napkin. I'd be afraid to use it. A handkerchief? Don't know. But all the designs are identical. And it's just as sweet as it can be. And the last piece, I was thinking, all right, I'm done, I'm finished. I'm not going to get any more. And then I saw this one last piece, and it was sitting all by itself. And there it was. First of all, it's pink, and you usually don't see these colors. And then I realized it's cut work. And I have done embroidery, cut work embroidery. I'll get it out in a minute. And I thought, oh my gosh, it's just really neat. And literally what you do, I took a class once, years and years ago, about, gosh, 15 years ago, maybe, 20 years ago, maybe, somewhere in there. And what you do is you reinforce your edges, okay? So you have a plain piece of fabric like this, and then you go in and you reinforce your edges by putting in these threads. And then you take a very small, sharp pair of scissors, and you literally start cutting out all of that white part. And that's when you get this. And I have done that. It was funny. The course I took was up in, was it Knoxville, Tennessee? And the lady who was giving the class said, nobody leaves class until you've made at least one cut. Because if you walk out of here without doing any cuts, you'll never finish it. So we were all like, oh no, I'm gonna mess it up. I'm gonna mess it up. Nope, you don't mess it up. Although I do encourage you to take a class or follow some instructions to do it. But that's how you come up with cut work. And that is it. So again, I just wanted to share that with you. You can see this video, and then later on when I create journals with all of the goodies that I purchased today, then you'll know where it came from. I hope you're all having a blessed day. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.